Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Jammerit coming to you today with a brand new video, boys, and today we're going through and showing you our campaign progress as well as showing you our campaign teams and 120 chem squad building. So let's get right into the video. So guys, welcome to another video on the channel, and today guys, we've got a busy episode. I want to talk about a few things. First and foremost, just showing you our campaign progress. Here we've got our penalty shootouts. So for me, with penalties, I just always swipe to the left or swipe to the right, bottom hand corner, very, very slowly, and generally speaking, the keeper doesn't save them. Like, I don't think I've had many penalties saved when I do use this tactic. As you can see here, guys, that's what I do, and more often than not, he doesn't reach it. So if you are struggling with penalties, I recommend you guys doing that. I haven't really played all that much campaigns. I'm not sure if I'll be able to complete much of them just because of the fact that I'm quite busy today and it is Derby Day. Manchester United versus Manchester City, a huge game that I will not miss for anything. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to play much of the campaigns, but I want to go through and show you my campaign team as well as 120 chemistry squad building. So that's what's going to be on the agenda for today. And we do win that penalty shootout relatively easy, saving all of the shots there. So that's absolutely fantastic, including one that did hit the bar. Now we do get a guaranteed elite player pack for this. So let's go through and open that up, guys, and see what we do get in it. So first and foremost, we just get the standard campaign pack, which does have some gold players in it. I have been pulling a few elites, which is absolutely fantastic. How's your guys' pack luck been from the campaigns? Let me know in the comment section down below. What has been your best pull so far? Unfortunately, there we don't really pack anything, but still better than nothing. And here it is, guys, the elite player pack. Who do we get in this pack? Let's see who we do get. So we get some gems, we get league points, 60k, and we get 81 overall Malcolm, so not a bad pull. Anyway, guys, let's jump into the squad aspect of the video. And here we are, guys. This is the team that we are using at the moment. 4-2-3-1. This is our campaign team, obviously. The reason why I like this formation is because we've got Dybala here at central attacking midfield, and he gets the ball quite a bit. So I do really enjoy that. Now, you may be wondering why I've got these random strikers and random defensive midfielders. I just went through and picked them up off the market and then trained them up to 80 because they've got the common skill boost. Like, my two central defensive midfielders have the physical skill boost, and then I had the striker here who does have positioning, which I've got to level 4. So I just went through and did that, but I will probably be switching it to 4-2-2-2 once I do get enough rating points. So the reason as to why I want to switch to this is because, for me, this is like one of the best formations that I used anyway last season when completing like Rest of the World as well, sort of stuff like that, because those were really, really difficult campaign matches. I did like the fact that it had two such defensive midfielders who could cover you, as well as sort of 4 attacking options going forward in the 2 cams and the 2 strikers. So that's sort of my campaign team at the moment. But yeah, like I said, we will be moving to the 4-2-2-2 once we do get enough rating points. What I want to do now, guys, is go through and show you sort of 120 chemistry squad building and talk about that in a bit more detail and then go from there. And guys, here is our Versatech team at the moment. Now, I want to take the time to talk to you about sort of the decisions that I did make in relation to building this squad, as well as sort of what my future plans are for it. So, as you guys can see here, we've got 120 chemistry. Now, you may not have heard of most of these players, but still, it doesn't matter, guys, because for me, this sets out the foundations of my team, which I can obviously, over time, go through and pick out and change when we get better cards and better players in the future. The reason as to why I decided to build this team is because I want to try and, you know, focus on getting my skill boost, because at a point in time, you know, it's all well and good having good chemistry, but you're going to need to have the players in a position so that they get the overall rating from the skill boost, because that's going to have a huge effect going sort of long run, guys. I like to think sort of long term when I'm building a squad, but you may be wondering why I've got the Luke Shaw here. The reason as to why I've got the Luke Shaw is because at this moment in time, I'm still sort of testing whether to use 4 at the back or 3 at the back. So with having that Luke Shaw there, I can pretty much build out multiple different 120 chemistry squads and test out formations, because for me, guys, having a successful formation in Versattack is so crucial. Another reason why I'm doing that is because Versattack seems to have so much importance on it this season with regards to unlocking skill boosts and getting the lucrative rewards, because there's so many rewards available in Versattack. So what I recommend you guys doing if you are struggling with the chemistry squad building is just pick a team with a number of sort of similar nations and just build it out, guys. You know, these cards that I've picked up, like my striker, my right winger, as well as my center back, they were all like silvers and golds, but they provided strong links for my team, which allowed me to sort of experiment with my squad building. And obviously in the future they will be changed, but for the time being they're a sort of solid option. The only expensive piece that I've got on my team is the Rashford. I'll probably be keeping him in the team for quite some time anyway, as well as the David Luiz, just to provide links to the Pereira as well as Kepa there. So that is my team. Also, what I want to talk about in relation to chemistry is that if you go through and have a look at the chemistry view, one thing that you really need to think about, guys, when building this is the number of links that go into a play. Take, for example, here, my right winger who's only getting 2 links, one from the striker and one from the right mid, only getting 10 chemistry in total. And then if you look at that on the opposite side, we've got our center back here, our central center back, who's getting a total of 19 chemistry, obviously more than the needed amount being the 12 overall, but he's getting a link from the center mid, the other center mid, the 2 center backs, and the goalkeeper. So he's just getting so much chemistry pushed into him. So that's what you need to think about when building the squad, guys, like, is the links. The links are the things that really do sort of change how much chemistry the players do get. Now, it is difficult to go through and figure out which players you do need, but maybe what you want to do is just get a pen and paper and work out how much chemistry goes into each of the players, build out a formation on a piece of paper and just put players into it and put numbers next to them, something like that. Because if you're not doing that, you know, there's just so many coins at stake if you're just putting in players and, you know, testing out players whether or not they get the full amount of chemistry. It's going to be absolutely fantastic when FIFA Renders does get their squad building stuff up. I did see a tweet from them the other day showing that it is coming soon, so that's really going to help. Also, guys, you know, having these foundations of this sort of similar team and similar nation really does help in the long run. Another great thing as to why I did this is because look at all my different squads that I've got on 120 chem. Now, they may not all be in position, like we've got 1 or 2 players out of position, but generally speaking, guys, the foundation is there. And it does give me so many options. Like I said, I did train up the right backs and left back quite a bit, but I did want to really see whether or not I'll be going to 4 at the back. So you can see, guys, you know, we've got so many different formations at 4 or 120 chem, I should say, and it does give me so many different options going forward. I mean, if we get new players in the future that I really do want, it will only require me to change out 1 or 2 players, and at the end of the day, in the long run, that's going to save me so many coins, and that's what you need to do to be successful in this game, is just sort of be as stingy as possible and do the best you can with what you've got. So yeah, guys, that's what we've got at this moment in time. Another thing that I do want to touch on is just these chemistry links here. So take, for example, this Sessegnon, guys. We've got 2 to England and 3 to the Premier League. If you're wanting to build a more sort of hybrid team, I would focus on getting players who have got 3 links or above to the specific league. So say, for example, 3 to the Serie A or 3 to La Liga, 3 to Bundesliga, 3 to Ligue 1, whatever you want to do, try and get players that have got 3 links to that, because that will give you more flexibility in the long run. And also, like, if you want to try and find players with maybe 2 links from their nation, so then you can have like a quarter or, you know, half of your team from one nation from one league and then another from a different nation from a different side. So that's really important, guys, like, is looking at the number of links that go into a player. Say, for example, if the Sessegnon had 4 to Fulham and 1 to England and only 1 to Premier League, he wouldn't be a very good option at all. It would really limit my squad building options in the future. But because I've got him in this position, it really does give a whole bunch of flexibility. Another thing, guys, that I do want to talk about just before we end off the video is, for me, Versattack is really bad at the moment. Like, the corners, in my opinion, guys, really do need to be removed. As it stands, I feel as though corners really do decide whether or not you win or lose the match, and sometimes you'll find yourself in a situation where you're trying to get a corner and you just keep getting corner after corner, and it just wastes so much time and it will decide the result for you. But yeah, guys, like I said, this is pretty much like my sort of foundations for my team, and we will be able to pick up players in the long run. Obviously, we've got like that team hero buy who will get, but that's what I recommend you guys doing, is picking a few players, looking at the links, and just building it out proper from the start to save yourself coins. But other than that, guys, it's going to be the end of the video for today. Thank you all for everything, and peace.